and I see this thing come in front of me. It's like this iridescent looking helmet thing. And it did this little gesture and it started vibrating into this crazy vibration. And then I see it, I was in Pasadena. So between the trees and the mountains, I could see, you know how the satellite dishes, they're kind of like pointing at the sky, right? Looking, search for extraterrestrials. So imagine dishes like that came out from between the mountains and the trees. And I'm talking real, like real, like you and I, not a DMT hallucination thing, just there. And it all came out at the same time. It was like, my eyes were literally like this. And the dishes had the codes on them. It was like space gray, just like the console is. And it was all the codes. So basically it's saying, we're ordering simulation number 457, whatever it is. Like, we need simulation, order it up, bring this simulation in. And I see the entire everything in front of me, the mountains, the streets, everything was stripped to a grid, just like in Tron. And then I see something on the bottom of the street right in front of me that I can recognize, but I can't really understand what it is. So then I realize what I'm looking at, it's the entire other side of the street upside down on some kind of an assembly line, just sitting, like, imagine my arm is like an assembly line in like a Tesla factory or something. And you have the other side of the street with the buildings and everything upside down, just resting on it like this. And then the whole arm of the whole street goes, so it just lands on the other side of the street. And then it starts reforming everything in zigzag. And I see cars appear out of nowhere. I see people appear out of nowhere. Just like everything appearing, going in zigzags. And I'm talking real, like I'm talking to you right now. And then the whole thing just kept on doing this until it goes to closer and closer to me in zigzags. And eventually it goes, and goes, and I'm standing there, and there was just silence because they're kind of like,
there's your answer.
And let me tell you, it does do something to you. I thought it wouldn't, but it does. Because when you don't think maybe, but when you know, that's why they didn't tell me, because they were not sure. There was a lot of deliberation. I later learned there was a lot of deliberations across many levels whether this is allowed, because it might destabilize things. Like, and I guess I was like a test subject, and maybe they've done it also with others, but I was definitely a test subject. Was like, okay, what does it do to somebody inside of one of the simulations? And definitely has this like gutting feeling in the beginning. It's like somebody really knocked all the air out of you, because it's like the first thing obviously is like, wait, does this all like doesn't matter? Like, am I just a puppet? Like what, like all of these thoughts, right? And then slowly I started recognizing that obviously that's not the case. So like all the levels of emergence, they're real. It's not like the fact that you're produced through another layer is really not different, as long as you're conscious, than you being produced by the laws of physics. There's not much difference if you're simulated by the laws of physics or by another computational layer that is simulating your laws of physics. Ultimately, the only thing that matters is that you're experiencing it. So that's real, right? And you're fully free. There's no, you're a complete black box to them. There's no control over your agency. In that sense, everything is exactly how you thought it was, which is just the world is just unfolding, and whatever you do influences the next step. And that's what happens. It's just that, yes. And they basically were saying, yes, we are literally simulating your space. Yes, you are in a computer software. And in that instance, from that point on, I kind of started getting used to it. And I think that what happens to you, you know, when you know something, it's impossible to you to go back to the state of not knowing it, which actually is the cause of a lot of miscommunication for people sometimes.